Ladies and gentlemen, it is Monday, January 5th. We have flipped the year to 2026. We have also potentially made the switch over to Riverside. That is very much in the potential category rather than it is in the happening category. This is the second podcast that we were recording on here. I just got a trial run with Ed, which I really enjoyed. Got like the multiple camera views. I'm not really sure how it does it. You got the new like font on the names.
Soliciting feedback. Tell us how you feel about it. If you like it, we want to hear it. If you don't, you think this is a bad camera angle of Billy Ray, let us hear it. We want to know.
We do love feedback, and we also love the holiday season. The holidays were great. Pat was down in Blacksburg enjoying a ring in the new year and a win over UVA. Probably the best, most enjoyable Virginia Tech athletics win of the year came on the last day of the year. How was your trip?
Dude, how was that compared to the Cal game? I don't know, man. Something about that Cal game. Like, at least, we had control of that Virginia game. The refs had control of the Cal game. So the fact that we stole it from the refs after they tried to steal it from us kind of added to the win probability. I don't know if it was as thrilling, this Virginia game. I had fun. It was awesome, and I loved it. Walking out of Castle with the dub, Billy Ray. That was fun. Went to PK's, celebrated with at Coach Young's party. Actually, just missed him. Didn't get to see him. Saw Bruce and Ashley Garnes, though. And had some fun. Blacksburg, New Year's Eve. Never did it before. Highly recommend when you got the Who's at home.
Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you were celebrating, hope you all had a fantastic time. I was up in the Northeast. We did get a little bit of snow, which was nice, which coincided with a Frankie stomach bug, which was quite a bummer, to be completely honest. But hope everybody had a great and restful New Year and Christmas. We're gonna jump into some. Or do you have one gift? Do you have a gift that you really liked? I was saying like. Socks now are practical. Underwear now is practical.
You're saying it's practical now, like it wasn't when you were 28?
No, like it was always practical. It's just like I'm a little bit more fired up about it now than I was previously, I guess. Because it's something that I don't have. Yeah, it's something that I don't have to order. So what stood out this year?
This year, Erin got me my own fragrance. Like, she got me a custom fragrance.
Okay. All right, what's in it?
From, Old Factory.
Sage?
I don't have the label in front of me, but when I see you for that Notre Dame basketball game,
I'll give you a good sniff. Yeah, I'll give you a good sniff, dude.
So, that was special. Now, that was the best gift received. What was the best gift that you gave?
Oh, I'll tell you what, Papa, Dr. P is a big, he loves cooking. And I'm not a big, give gifts off of a list person. I'm a big, I'm gonna go off vibes. So I headed down to,
I'm gonna go off vibes.
I'm gonna go off vibes. So I went down to the mall and I got, a really nice, set of German knives with a nice knife block. I feel like a good knife block is a really good house gift. And my favorite one that I received, actually, my dad took all of the recipes of Cajun meals that I grew up eating. So Hoppin' John, jambalaya, gumbo, all sorts of stuff. And he wrote down how to make all of them. The funny part is it's for portions of 8. Because he only knows how to make it for 8, and we grew up in a 4-person household, which I thought was pretty funny. So I guess I'll just have to divide and conquer as time goes. But nonetheless, some Hokie haikus to ring this in, and I'll actually start with this because it would be wrong for me to say that we care about feedback and not to read this. Highland Hokie says, "Please leave the stupid haikus in 2025. Worst part of a great podcast by far." First of all, appreciate the great podcast. Here's what I'll do, because we did this last year. I will put out a tweet from Suns again on should we continue the Hokie haiku. We did this last year. I'm not going to go with a 50% majority because I want to keep it. I like it. I think it's what makes it us. But let's say that if we get a 75% get rid of it, we'll can it for a little while. Do you think that's fair, Pat? 75%?
I think 75%. No, this is a democracy. We do yes or no. If it's
no, actually, this is very much with us as the dictators. Don't come break into our house. This is a dictatorship. So if people out there were like, "You're gonna do this," no, it's not a democracy. Actually,
so you're telling me if more people out on the street didn't like the thing that we do on our podcast, then do like it, you would say, "Oh well, we're still gonna do it." Like I don't. Well, think let me raise
you. Let me raise you. Let me raise you this. More people on the Too Deep poll voted that they didn't want James Franklin than they did want James Franklin. I'm very glad that we didn't allow Twitter to decide who our new head football coach was going to be. You know what? But on this topic, let's go 50-50. Let's do it. We'll do a coin flip. For this specifically, if 50% of people don't like the Hokie haiku, go ahead and vote. We'll table it. At least until the season.
There will, if and only if the Hokie haiku is outbid, we need a replacement that is drawn from the fan base. We need you guys to suggest what gets put there, because this is our opportunity to engage the people. Submit your own haikus. We need something that you can submit that we will read and get you guys going. So
well said.
That is the ask.
So here are the haikus. Paul Patera, one resolution, national championship. Why not us, brother? Simple, quick, to the point. Paul Patera has an article coming out, an article series coming out, where he's breaking down every single Virginia Tech quarterback since 1960. He has them ranked, and he has the statistics. It's going to be unbelievable. So
beautiful.
Looking forward to that. One more here. We'll do whatchamacallit. Be gone, PSU fans. Get out of my feed. Here's my haiku. Endless whiteout noise. Franklin bolts down to Blacksburg. Hokies grin, you whine. Honestly, whatchamacallit, that was pretty solid. I liked that one.
I will say, I am hearing it from my Penn State buddy that they're getting all the good talent from Iowa State. So I don't know what that
Congrats.
means. I don't know what good talent at Iowa State means. But we're getting all the tight ends. That's all I know. Okay. If they're a good tight end,
you can't be dude. In the first like 5 minutes of this podcast, you told me you have a custom fragrance and you're getting all of the tight ends. I mean, talk about a guy whose 2026 is off to an unbelievable start. It is Pat Sage bourbon flavored Finn, dude. Congratulations. Moving on to the transfer portal. So this is a crazy stat. We have over a third of college football is in the transfer portal, which is just absolutely preposterous. I will say this. The transfer portal is way more fun to follow when you're getting good players and not just losing all of your good players, which is kind of where we've lived in the past. And real quick here are a couple of the names that we've brought in. So we brought in Ethan Grunkemeyer. Ethan Grunkemeyer and Bo Pribula were the two names that were rumored to come to Virginia Tech. And let me say this first of all. Of the two, Ethan was my pick, given his eligibility that he had remaining, and also Bo Pribula did kind of sputter down the line at the end of the season. Ethan Grunkemeyer is a former four-star quarterback from Lewes Center, Ohio. He actually grew up going to Ohio State games. He was a top 10 quarterback in the 2024 class. He is your Pinstripe Bowl player of the game. Went 23 of 34, 262 yards, which was a career high, and had 2 touchdowns. He finished last season with 1,339 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 4 picks, with a 69% completion percentage and a 75 QBR. I got to tell you guys, this is a massive get. This is a huge get. He won his last 4 games in a row at Penn State. a couple of those stat lines for you. So they beat Nebraska on November 22nd. He went 11 of 12 for 181 yards, which is pretty damn good, and a touchdown. Played his absolute tail off. They also beat, so those last 4 games they won, they beat Michigan State, Nebraska, Rutgers, and Clemson to go to a bowl and win the bowl. Really excited about it. Pat, before I get your thoughts on Ethan Grunkmeyer, I just want to say this. If we have learned anything as Virginia Tech fans over the last, quite honestly, decade and a half, it's great to have an option at quarterback for quarterback one. You have to have depth, and you have to have someone that's pushing him to be the best that he can. And I think that that's incredibly important. So that may have changed since we've started recording, but I do hope that we continue to prioritize the quarterback position and bring somebody else in along the way.
Pro-style quarterback, back in Blacksburg. It's been a minute. Grant Wells, Ryan Willis. You know, interested to see this James Franklin typical prototype for what his quarterbacks are and what his prototype for quarterbacks is. You know, Sean Clifford, Bo Prabula. It's a tough name, by the way. Prabula?
It is.
How do you say that?
I think it's Prabula.
Okay.
Yeah, like Prabula.
Hackenberg, like just a bunch of tall, white, pro-style dudes from, you know, the Midwest, from Virginia.
Yeah, Ohio.
And, you know, I'm interested to see, like, what does the quarterback talent look like from the state of Virginia the next few years? And, you know, are we ever going to go back to that dual threat guy from Virginia? Or is this kind of the new wave of quarterbacks here? This is the most talented quarterback that we'll have in Blacksburg in a very long time. This same Penn State buddy that I referenced earlier, who's getting fired up about the portal ads from Iowa State, he told me the second that James Franklin became our coach, how he will be devastated if Grunkmeyer came to Virginia Tech. You mentioned the 69% completion percentage. I know these Penn State quarterbacks complete a lot of passes to their tight ends, so that, you know, they're not really going beyond the sticks that much. We're coming off a year where our quarterback was completing single-digit passes every single game. 69% completion percentage sounds like a dream. Some of these tight ends that are coming into Blacksburg from Penn State or from the region going up against ACC defenses, like, this could be a nice little dream here. So I'm excited to see it. I think this guy is our front runner to be the quarterback of the Virginia Tech Hokies this fall. Looking forward to it. Welcome to Blacksburg. EG. We need to get the puns rolling. I know you solicited some earlier today on the.
Oh, dude, I'm glad you actually brought this up because I had my note not in. So I want you to react to some of these that I have here. So, Drunken Love, song by Beyonce, Drunken Love, right? I loved this when I saw it on Twitter. Grunken Miller, like Jim Drunken Miller, Grunken Miller, very nice. Grunk That Soldier Boy, there's that one. We also have Let's Get Grunky. You know that song they play at weddings? Let's get funky, funky, funky. That one.
Yeah, if you play that at your wedding, I'm sorry, like, it's tough. If you're playing the cha-cha slide at your wedding, you probably got married in the fall too. Like, what are we doing, dude? Come on. Cha-cha slide, Cupid shuffle, the wobble. I feel like
hating on Cupid shuffle is if it's good enough for Nick Saban, it's good enough. It won't be played at my wedding, but I mean, God, dude, the Grinch is still out here, dude. Take the green suit off. Christmas is past, bro. It's January. How about play that grunky music, White Boy? Does that one work for you?
That one works. And so does Grunk on a Plane. Shout out Dirks. Seat 7A. We are riding shotgun.
Last two that I have is Grunk Master Flex from Andy Shanks, and then Uptown Grunk You Up by Robert Irby. Those are all really solid.
That'll be a good one. I think Will Trent said when Grunk represents Tech at ACC Media Day in Uptown Grunk You Up. I gotta tell you, Billy, it's Druckenmiller, not Drunkenmiller. Just
so Gruckenmiller. I guess it doesn't really fit. I don't know, man. With a name like that, it's gonna be wrong sometimes. That's just kind of the nature of the beast.
That's true, dude.
We got Billy Football, Billy Davis, running back from Louisiana Lafayette, 5'9", 225. He had 767 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns at Lafayette. Kind of looks a little bit like Terrion Stewart. Hopefully he gets the ball more than Terrion Stewart. So, who else do we got? Who else are we bringing in?
Well, we got Bill Davis and we got Jeff Overton. So that means our leaders in the backfield, other than Marcellus, will be named Bill and Jeff. Fire me up. My name is Jeff. What movie?
I was about to say how many running back rooms have Billy's and Jeff's, and neither of them are white. Probably not that many. Just gonna go out on a limb and say probably not that many.
My name is Jeff. It's 21 Jump Street. It's Channing Tatum says it. Daniel Jennings, also one of the latest gets from Penn State. Guy did not play last year. Reclassified from the 2026 class into 2025. He actually just redshirted this past season. Was the number 1 recruit from the state of West Virginia. He's from Princeton, West Virginia. He is a 6'1", 257-pound defensive end. And he's got full eligibility rocking and rolling as he comes into Blacksburg on the line. We got another guy named Matt Henderson. You guys, several folks had been talking about this guy right when Franklin became our head coach. As he is a Virginia guy, he is a Ty Howell guy. Howley. Still working through that one as well. Ty Howley, our new co-OC. And Howley was the lead recruiter for Matt Henderson at Penn State. He's a tight end for Powhatan, Virginia, 6'5", 246. Top 10 recruit from the class of 2025 from Virginia. He did play this past year. Saw a little bit of time. And also had 1,000 points as a hooper at Powhatan in basketball. So the more you know about this guy, big time tight end get. I thought this one was a huge one for us.
Can someone just explain to me how somebody signs out of high school and they're an 89 overall and then they redshirt and they drop to an 86 as a transfer portal person? I don't really understand. And I'm not going to get that frustrated by it because it's all player movement and who knows what happens. But I feel like once you have a rating, if you redshirt that next year, we should probably just lock it in. That's just my opinion. But who else we got?
Next on the list, Jaquez White, 6'1", 190, transfer cornerback from the Troy Trojans. He hails from Blackshear, Georgia. Had 53 tackles and 3 picks last year. And also newer to the fold here. Big fellas adding to the bulk that we got in this recent recruiting class on the offensive line. 6'6", 311, Justin Bell, 84th ranked offensive tackle from the 2025 class. And Billy, I think you put this note in here. He came from Penn State, or where did he come in from?
Michigan State.
Like he was Michigan State. That's State. Right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Michigan State. Large human being. Fired up to have him on the board. Look, again, it's more exciting to follow, but again, I don't really know a whole lot about all of these folks, so I'm going to be doing some film and deep dive reviews and trying to learn as much as we can. But you're adding like 5 or 8 people that you didn't even know existed or did know existed and never thought they'd be on your team over the course of like a 14-day period every day.
Justin Bell, Michigan guy, Billy Wright. Name me a Michigan Virginia Tech football player.
Like a football player from Michigan?
Yeah.
Josh Jackson. And one more from that class. He transferred to Central Michigan. He's from
Pimpleton?
Yeah, Pimpleton's also, I believe,
from Michigan?
Is he from Michigan? I have a feeling that he is from Michigan. That could also be just totally wrong, but I do know Josh Jackson is from Michigan.
Shane Graham.
I don't really know a lot of people
Shane
from
Graham.
Shane Graham's from Michigan?
No, but he's from Pulaski, but he's been in Michigan for a while now. He was coaching the Chips.
People that are staying. These were two huge announcements. Aiden Green and Kamari Copeland. Kamari Copeland, we were not worried, but there was a potential that he could go to the NFL. He'll be back. Massive retention for Coach Franklin and the gang. And then also, obviously, Aiden Green, look, respectfully, I think for a lot of teams, he's a number one receiver. We actually don't know how good he is because we didn't get him the ball a lot last year. So I'm excited to see him get the ball. In the times that he did have a chance to get the ball, he made incredible catches out of bounds and made the best of a pretty peculiar situation. It was kind of like watching Bill Dance try to fish in like the Sahara Desert. That's kind of what it reminded me of. Anyway, Quentin Weddish is also coming back, which is interesting. I said Weddish. Quentin Weddish coming back. That was tough. And then we got some happy trails. First and foremost, this one hurts my heart the most, but I'm excited to watch him. Tucker Holloway. He is Brody in Boca Raton. That is what's happening. He is headed to FAU. Really excited to watch him get back on the field. Gonna miss him. More than a glue guy, too. I think it's worth noting. Really, really solid player. I think he's gonna crush it at FAU. Christian Ellis. All the UVA fans reminded us that he was in our banner. He has transferred to UVA. Now, yes, he was in our banner. He made one of the top 3 plays of our entire football season. So, yes, that will land you in our banner. That also happened to be the last play of his Virginia Tech career. Man, this is a weird time, Chief.
This dude is Voldemort. This dude is the Voldemort of Virginia Tech. Do not say Christian Ellis. He who must not be named. You don't transfer to UVA as a football player and command any sort of respect from this fan base.
Did we have to reverse this? Didn't we get like a long snapper or like a punter or something from UVA like 2 or 3 years ago? Was his last name like Lombardi or something?
It was like Michael Enzo, I think was his name.
Yes, dude.
Was it Enzo Anthony the long snapper?
Yes, dude. He was Italian. That's right. Good call out.
COVID year. Yeah.
That's right.
Tough scene.
Michael Short is headed to TCU. Dante Lovett is headed to UCLA. Caleb Woodson is headed elsewhere. So is Carter Stallard, Micah Matthews, Cam Selden, and Zeke Wimbush, and a list of others. A couple
Caleb
of coaches.
Woodson. I feel like we should talk about that for a sec.
Okay. I'm totally fine with talking about it for a sec. I think he's an ultra talented player. And for a lack of better look, I'm very pro player. I'm always going to be very pro player. I'm also not going to fault somebody for being in a situation that I obviously have never been through in my life. I didn't love to see people who seemed to be 100% or well enough to play deciding when they would or would not play. And that has nothing to do with his talent level, because when he was on the field, he was making awesome plays. I don't really have anything other to say on that than that. So that's kind of my take.
What did Coach Franklin say in his presser? What kind of players is he looking for?
He's looking for high maintenance.
No, he's not looking for high maintenance.
High performance, low maintenance.
Be a starter. High performance, low maintenance. That's all I have to say. Okay?
Yeah.
It's like, what is the Isaiah Thomas? I did not meet the criteria.
I did not meet the criteria. I was thinking of that meme that, God, what is it? It's, I can't say anything. It gets me in big trouble. Big trouble. I was thinking of that. I was thinking of that meme. Couple coaches found some landing spots. We got Chris Marv is headed to Colorado to coach up the linebackers.
Shout out.
Brent Davis is headed to Pittsburgh to coach tight ends. I want to say this. I think Brent Davis, Elijah Brooks got a lot of credit, rightfully so, for how good the running back room was. I also think we need to heap some praise onto Brent Davis. Did a great job at Army. Did a great job here. So, salute to Brent Davis. I think he's going to do a good job at Pitt. And then Sean Quinn. He's headed
Sean Quinn. Pour one
Liberty.
out for a guy.
I got to tell you, man, Sean Quinn, he's almost like, he's kind of like Southwest Virginia and white Francisco Lindor. He's Mr. Smiles, dude. He's posting like where he's eating. The whole breaking bread Hokie style posts were just really
so good, dude.
Like really, really, really funny. Are they gonna call it like
Really?
fireside
Really?
chats flame style at Liberty? What's coming next?
I think Billy had like funny text of the day. He's like, who had a worse weekend? Maduro out of Venezuela, Tim Walz, or local Southwest Virginia and recruiting trail eating establishments. But yeah, I guess it's Blacksburg eating establishments because Sean Quinn's going to be recruiting the footprint. He'll stay in the footprint.
That is true. He is going to be recruiting the footprint. So, in the words of Mrs. Walls, shout out to everybody who has turned the page to the next step of their career. I got to tell you, like we were having a nice off ramp with the with the Tim Walls turn the page. That's gonna last a little bit longer. It's gonna last a little bit longer. Unbelievable. Man. Phew. The Hokies did make a run for Torian Gray, but ultimately he is staying at South Carolina. To me, him staying at South Carolina is an ultimate show of loyalty to Coach Shane Beamer, who was his teammate at Virginia Tech. It's a choice. I'll say this. I hated the clip that came out from Shane today. Again, I like Shane a lot. I want him to do really well at South Carolina. The video of the complaining about Lane Kiffin not giving him a courtesy call before hiring his coach. Did you see this video?
I saw the outrage about it. I didn't see the video.
I'm really glad James Franklin's our coach. Really, really glad that James Franklin is our coach here. I have a hard time seeing the story ending happily in South Carolina. And that's not necessarily 100% on Shane. I think it's a hard place to win. And anyway, it was a tough video. If you've seen it, let us know. Now, we didn't get Torian Gray. I have heard a name. I'm not going to say the name. The name is written in maize and blue, and the rest is up to you. How about that as a little riddle for our Hokies here? A little Hokie riddle. It's written in maize and blue. The rest is up to you. Speaking of maize and blue, Andre Clark, a 2026 athlete and defensive back from Richmond that we almost landed on National Signing Day. He was granted his release from the University of Michigan, and I expect Virginia Tech to be involved with that. Now, guys, we're about 20 minutes into this podcast. Here's the thing. I think we give you a great summary there. This is not what we're going to do every day, is run through all of these names of people that we're not experts on. Usually during the offseason, we're very much looking forward to, and the request has been made to have a conversation with the football staff. So we're working on that. And then also, if you're new here, we love to do random, kind of silly, but really important conversations about Virginia Tech and college football as a whole. And we saw a sign at the Ole Miss game from an Ole Miss fan, and it said, Kiffin is so last year. So thank you, Ole Miss, for inspiring me. I wanted to go over a few things that we need to leave in 2025 as a nation, a Hokie nation, and maybe just turn the page from. So Pat, I actually want to start with anything that you have from your basketball experience, because I did see that it seems like the DJ situation was less than ideal.
Please, guys, please. Oh man.
Was it really that bad?
I mean, I get hyper fixated on this stuff. Maybe it's because of the frequency of attending games.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you go to one game in Castle every 3 years, you're not going to have an opinion on Castle DJ. And also, the DJ usually isn't going to steal the show when the pep band is there. The pep band was not there because the students were on break. So that's where I sat with the fam. Yeah. Sat in the pep band section. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
3 overtime win. 3 overtime win, except 3 overtimes means like another hour and a half of basketball.
Yeah.
And it's turbulence. It's Club Can't Handle Me. It's Timber. It's any Flow Rida. I mean, Pitbull would have been nice. Rihanna would have been nice. But like, this was the ultimate 2010 Sweet 16 party. DJ.
Okay, so it was one genre. It was like semi-formal as a sophomore in high school is what you're saying.
Really, really, really tough. Respectfully.
Yeah.
But not very respectfully. Like paparazzi, but not the actual music.
Okay.
Just like the back.
Yes. Okay.
Right Round, okay. I think like a G6 we heard a lot. There were a lot of remixes, but they were all within that general theme. Like, if we're gonna do that, can we at least up this with some like Drake, you know?
Yeah.
Or like,
was there any Avicii? Any
No Avicii. I would have killed for some Tim Bergling ringing through Castle Coliseum.
So, can you give me... I get what you're saying. Can you give me a couple of songs that you would have liked to hear? So, what you're saying is they were playing one avenue of music, and you got a bonus 15 minutes of basketball. You essentially got a whole nother half of basketball. So, it doesn't seem like the bag was very deep.
I really wish I took notes, but I didn't want to be that guy. But next time I will be that guy. I'm going back for a game in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'll be there.
It was the same genre, and it's just like... It's not even just the frequency, but it's also the volume and the bass just boom, 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 bam, 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 and you hear that one like for the 7th time, and you're like, you know what, guys, I'm gonna leave, okay? I'm gonna get the hell out of here because this is bullshit. Like, dude, figure it out, nonstop, rinse and repeat. And also, they played Enter Sandman, like, right up until Ben Hammond shooting free throws. It's like, dude, you gotta stop that. At least give the guy a full minute to prep his free throws. He missed the first free throw. We probably didn't even need to go into, 12 overtimes.
I did think it was odd that we played Enter Sandman during the basketball game. That's
you could play that. You play Sandman if we're, like, up 3... and Duke has the ball with 4 seconds left.
Yeah.
And you're like, we're gonna have a big moment here. And then they miss the 3, the horn sounds, and you keep playing the song.
Yeah, Sandman before our free throws.
You do not need to be a hero, Mr. Castle Coliseum DJ.
Yeah. Sandman before our free throws is pretty diabolical.
I just don't know what they were, especially the students weren't even there. Like, you're gonna get a lot more juice if the students are there if you play Sandman too. Just saying. Leave that in 2025, all right? I will DJ the next game if you can't find someone better. We'll play a little bit of Fleetwood Mac during timeouts in the first half.
I would love that, man.
We'll play a little country music. We're in Southwest Virginia. You can't play like anything. Like, just throw on whiskey glasses, okay? Like, humor me. Maybe, like, some Dierks Bentley.
Well, especially when the students aren't there, too. You would think they'd cater to the olds.
Oh, my gosh. It was a Southwest Virginia crowd. And, like, how about, like, I don't know, Big and Rich? Like, man. Ugh.
Damn.
Or just like it's like a quick timeout, a quick break in the action. We're going to end down the ball. But within that 15 seconds, you're just going to hear dum 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 dum.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I mean, maybe once a game, maybe not 7 times.
Yeah. I'm sorry that really. No, I get it, dude. You're upset.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when we're together for Notre Dame.
Okay.
Hopefully they've made a change.
So, this one might be a hot take to some people. My dad was having a conversation with me, literally when we were watching the basketball game, and he said, "You know, you guys really need a song." And I was like, "Well, newsflash. We actually play Enter Sandman before every football game. It's kind of like our song." He goes, No. Keep that. But in the third quarter, you guys need like a Take Me Home, Country Roads, or like something that is like everybody does together to ring in the fourth quarter. And I know you've been pushing for Revival by Zach Bryan. Turns out Zach Bryan isn't just a little bit. He seems to be quite an ass. But the song's great. I think of if you had the entire stadium sing America the Beautiful. I think of, can
Shout
Dan
out.
Marshall... Shout out who?
Oh, shout out Tots, DJ Brandon, 12:01 a.m. at Top of the Stairs. God bless the USA. Shout out. Real ones know.
You can get him to DJ the games. I think we need to pivot off Shout. I think it's Oregon's thing.
Please keep going with this.
I think it's Oregon's thing. I like the video.
So brutal.
It's never played loud enough. The buy-in level is not high enough. You can take something else that's way cooler and way more unifying and have it not be second place to Shout. I mean, I feel like 50 schools do Shout. Why? Can we do something different? There are so many songs that are so awesome. And honestly, look, like anything, the Cal game, Shout was great. But you could have played you could have played the ABCs, and I would have been singing a lot. E, F, G. I'd have been fired up in the stands. I think we need to move off of Shout. It's not our thing. Find something else. We can do better. Put the video out, middle of the season. We'll watch it. But other than that, I'm kind of over Shout.
Yeah. Stamp.
Okay. What you got next?
Did you expect pushback there?
No, I expected you actually to agree with me a little more. I was expecting you to throw some songs out there that you think would fit in quite nicely.
Here's the thing. Florida won't back down. It's a spectacle.
Awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
Wisconsin, jump around. Obviously.
Michigan, Mr. Brightside.
I feel like we could really catch fire with something. You know what song I like? It has nothing to do with entering the fourth quarter, but I do think we play it a lot in football, and I like this.
Yeah. I think I know what you're going to say, and if you say
it's the Wolf Mother song, Thief in the Night.
Oh, no.
Or Joker and the Thief. Joker and the Thief, dude. I get fired up when they play the
I was
the
thinking
that song. Boom, 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 boom.
I was thinking of a Blink-182 song. Like if you played some Blink-182 going into the fourth quarter. It's really not that hard. Like there are plenty of songs that like drunk like people my age really enjoy. I'm sure if you went and took a survey,
they could be sober too.
Or sober, sure. Sober October, sober January, whatever you're into. But, I think we can do better than Shout. Put in the replies if you have a song that you think can be better than Shout. Pat, what do you have next?
As long as it's not Sweet Caroline.
I agree. I don't think Sweet Caroline's a football song. I'm with you.
Things we could leave behind in 2025. NIL deals. With the house settlement, with revenue sharing. And you don't really see, and I guess we did see Kyron Drones in like the chocolate milk ad. But
T-Mobile.
I felt like the amount of NIL deals, like pure like, hey, we're gonna pay this player, to advertise these Nikes. Didn't see it as much in 2025 as much as we did in 22, 23, 24.
Yeah. I wish we could leave them behind. I'm just not seeing it as a reality. I'd like to see it. I think the genie's out of the bottle here. It's going to be tough to get that thing back in there. I think that's pretty much. Okay, here's one that I know we'll debate, and I'm actually here to defend this one. What are your thoughts on the number 25?
I think we could leave 25 and the lunch pail in 2025.
Okay.
So you're saying maybe we should pick one or the other?
No, I think we should keep both. Here's my thing. I actually totally anticipated you crushing the number 25. I think the number 25 it sucks when the team sucks. That's it. Like, people are like, the 25 tradition is stupid. No. Inherently, the 25 tradition is not stupid. It actually makes a lot of sense to have a special teams player wear number 25 to honor our coach who wore 25, who prioritized special teams. What sucks is when that tradition is being honored on a side of the football. That sucks. So when somebody is on the field wearing 25 and we have multiple people wearing the same number and we get penalized for it, that sucks. So I actually think the 25 will be cool if we start doing well on special teams again. But if we're going to continue to be bad at special teams, we should hang up. We should hang it up.
I would have no opposition to keeping either of them, to be honest.
Okay.
They're both a lot cooler when we're winning. I don't think you can just give... I don't know. I think Brent Pry wants to have his own identity as a defensive coordinator or as a co-DC. So I don't necessarily know how I feel about the whole...
Get off the bus wearing that leather jacket he had on his first day as head coach. I'll tell you what, that leather jacket, special. You put somebody in that leather jacket. I'm not even trying to be facetious. That leather jacket, I'm pretty sure it's on his Wikipedia. That'd be pretty funny if we had the lunch pail and the leather jacket. Come on, man.
You get a custom made leather jacket if you force a turnover or recover a fumble, pick off a pass.
It's funny because Coach Price loved saying Letterman. You would just call that person the Leatherman of that game. You'd be like, "Who's our Leatherman?" I think that's actually a pretty good half-baked idea.
I think it's pretty good.
I think it's pretty good. Yeah, just give us some credit when you do it. That's all I got. You got any other ones?
Yeah, I got some more. These are still outs or ins? These are
outs.
Outs. Waiting years for our next quarterback. That's out.
What do you mean?
We're waiting for years for a quarterback to develop.
Okay.
And this actually goes hand in hand with my next one. Not caring about spending money on football. And this is both Virginia Tech and Virginia. Both schools care about spending money on football. And we left that in, I guess, 2020, first half of 2025. We enter 2026 ready to spend money and going after a solid quarterback. Pray that guy stays healthy, and we'll get him for a full season next year. Sounds like a lot of fun.
It is a whole lot more fun when it feels like the school is all in. I do agree with you. Could we also leave fighting for bowl eligibility in 2025? I feel like we've been fighting for bowl eligibility or missing bowls. I know that's a little bit of a hot take. Let's leave losing in 2025, but like for a once proud program, guys, we gotta aim higher. I have another one, actually. Now, whether we're on the subject, tweeting out, and I did this last year. We got to stop talking about the scoring streak. I can't handle it anymore. Especially when we like wave the flag about it. Like if we're getting into the second half and we haven't scored, that's cool. But if we win a game like 17-3, please don't tweet Hokie scoring streak extended. I don't care.
Newsflash.
Like that.
Newsflash. OxVT is back on Twitter, so we will be hearing about the scoring streak.
It really is. It really is like hearing about the scoring streak. Really is like your kid running up to you and being like, "I pooped today." But the joke is your kid is like 18. Like at a certain point, it doesn't matter anymore. And I think we've hit that point.
But you never. If we could continue the analogy, I'm gonna stop myself right there. ACC. We left socialism in 2024/2025.
Mm-hmm.
Now Miami. This isn't, hey, someone makes the playoff, everyone gets a fair cut, everyone gets a fair share. This is, hey, capitalist society in the ACC. Miami is getting the lion's share, as they earn the lion's share of the revenue from the college football playoff. So the ACC said, we are continuing on with a different way of doing that.
I think it's one of the most forward-thinking things that the league has ever done, in a league that usually doesn't forward-think. So I'm all for it.
Let's see. New in 2025 that we are looking forward to keep in 2026.
Looking forward to keep.
Shirtless students waving their shirts.
Not at Tech.
At college football games.
But, like, losing teams.
No, I just think this is just in general. If you're a college football team, I did see it happen a lot more with losing teams. But
it was exclusively with losing teams.
We won the Cal game.
Like, I'm saying it's.
You're saying so Oklahoma State?
Yes. So it was usually teams that were trash. Okay, I did enjoy it. I thought it was a fun deal that we had going. I can get behind that. I'll stamp that one.
Winning in overtime. Tech went 4-0 in men's basketball, at least on this half of 25. Went 1-0 in football. That's 5 wins of the past 2 months that have been really fun. 3 months. Overtime. Shout out. New in 2025 that we will keep for 2026. Hope. Wow. You want to talk about, you know who said it best today? Bryce. Bryce said it best today. He said, wow. I went through dating, getting married, buying a house, and having kids all during this down period of Virginia Tech football. I'm ready for the upswing, and I'm ready to go to some of these games and spend some money on this program.
It's almost like I'm obviously not of Hispanic descent, but I gotta imagine that this year has a chance to be very much like a quinceañera or a bar mitzvah. Isn't that like a rebirth? Isn't that like where you become a man or you become a woman or something? I feel like it's kind of what we're on the precipice of this Hokie football season. I'm excited, man. I mean, look, we've been doing this podcast since 2019. Newsflash, we haven't been doing a whole lot of winning that whole time.
Yeah, dude. There's Kurt on Twitter tells us every day. Suns
every
curse.
Day.
Suns of Saturday curse. Shares all the stats and the records of since our pod started. I'm like, dude, you got Suns derangement syndrome.
Maybe he was the DJ the other day.
Also in for 2026. At least for the players, they loved those helmets from the Louisville game. They in their run it back graphics, seeing a lot of those helmets making appearances. So I don't know about the fans, but the players certainly thought they were a cool touch.
I gotta tell you, I hated those helmets. Like, I abhorred those helmets. The script Hokies helmet, hated it. Absolutely hated it. I hated it when UVA did it. I hated it when we did it. Just not a fan. Not a fan. It looked like something that would be put on like a swim cap. It wasn't grit. It didn't speak to me. It seemed very very anti-grit, but I respect your opinion.
Yeah.
We were going to talk playoff. I mean, that was a solid hour.
I'm fine.
I got to tell you, my brain's a little fried. Pat, on this subject, man, like, this holiday, Thursday, just ruined me. Like, actually, it was tough. I'm still in that holiday haze. Do you feel the same way? The Thursday Christmas, Thursday New Year, like, I feel like it was 2 weeks of nonsense and debauchery.
Yeah, I mean, came back to the city Friday, super productive Saturday, Sunday, got after it today on Monday. I don't know, dude, I'm back.
Damn, all right, nope, just
back.
me. Well, I did,
Yeah.
I did go to the grocery store and stuff. I'm saying, all right, pre that. And if the answer is no, just say no and be like, no, Billy, you're fat. You got to get back on the horse. But am I the only one? I mean, dude, it was like, it felt like COVID is extreme because there weren't, awful things happening. But it felt like you didn't have to wear pants for like 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was. I mean, it's normally like, 10, 11 days. This time it was like 15. So you kind of had that 3, 4 extra days. It definitely will change. Like, it was weird having work the week of New Year's Eve. Like, come back after Christmas on that Monday. It was like the 29th. And you're like, oh, I guess we're working today, even though all your customers are out. So, I'm excited about this football schedule that might come out in the next few weeks.
Isn't it supposed to come out like February 14th or February 10th? When is it supposed to come out?
No. Last year was January 27th, I believe. So we got roughly 3 weeks.
Counting down the days to see what...
They usually do it on like a Monday night or a Tuesday night, and they do the show on the ACC network. So we'll ask Taylor T, see what's going on, when that show's going to be. Appointment television. We'll be live tweeting it.
Well, hold on. This will be fun before we go. Let's do just a quick snake draft of our top picks of the season. We'll go pick one you love and then pick one you hate, and we'll go back and forth here. So your first pick is one that you want to go to. Your second pick is like I'm good on that, Chief.
Okay, so like you're both sides of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm. And in the spirit of fairness, let's go P5 only.
Okay. Are you giving me the honors of first pick?
I'll give you the honors because your pick's going to be my pick.
The pick is Cal.
Yeah.
That is the number one pick off the board. That is what we are fired up to go to the Cal game, praying that it doesn't fall on a fall wedding Saturday, hoping that it's a Thursday or a Friday. That would be fun. It'll extend the weekend out in the Bay.
I want to go to this game so badly. I really I think it would be epic. I think it would be a fun trip. Their stadium is beautiful. I don't know how long we'll be in the same conference. Who knows? Maybe next year's the last year we're in the same conference. I have no idea what's happening with college football. So yes, I'm going to have to go with Cal. Okay. I will go with Clemson as my second big pick. It's gonna be funny, dude. We'll do 3 of each. We'll do 2 each, but I don't think we'll even get to a home game. Now pick a game you hate. Don't care for. Hope a wedding falls on this game.
I'm gonna go with Stanford at home.
I'm gonna go with Pitt at home, and that kind of sucks. I was hoping to go I was hoping to go, dude. I was hoping to go with Stanford, and I like the Pitt rivalry. But if I had to have a wedding, I don't want it to be on Georgia Tech. I don't want it to be on Virginia, and I don't really want it to be on Miami. I could go with Miami here too, because I don't particularly care to go to a game at Miami. But that's going to be a big game. This is big game James's first trip down to Miami Gardens. So do I want to pick that one? Probably not.
You hope the Miami game's in November. Get a little beach time in November.
Your last pick of one that you love.
Here's what I'm bummed about, that you chose Brent Key over Pass the Salt Pat.
Mm-hmm.
You are a Brent Key guy. You're also kind of a Narduzzi guy. Not really a Narduzzi guy, but you have. If he was our guy, he'd be our guy.
I get it.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Who's playing quarterback for Georgia Tech next year?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay, next one that I love. It's gotta be at SMU. No. Let me walk that back. It's at Maryland for sure. SVP. Yeah. Torrey Smith. He could show us where the Target is. We're gonna tailgate in the Target parking lot in College Park. But no, the Maryland game's gonna be big. A lot of Hokie Maryland families out there. Early in the season, we're gonna have a big party, September 19th, and we have the date, and we don't have a wedding that day. My parents do. That sucks, but let's go.
I bet you think I'm gonna go with Boston College. I'm really struggling here because I think the answer is SMU, because SMU hasn't lost at home in their entire ACC existence. It's gonna be probably gonna be a big game. On the flip side of that, if you're telling me I can go to Boston in September or October, maybe catch a Sox game in the playoffs, that would be fun. But if the game in Boston is in November, that would suck, and I'm not going to go. So for the sake of, I'm hoping to be playing meaningful football and beating good teams and competing for the ACC, I will go with SMU over Boston College. But I do think what this exercise really shows is the home slate just blows chunks. Let's call it what it is. It is a crappy home slate. It really, truly is. And I wish it was better.
Can we say something about Boston?
Please.
If you really loved Boston that much, you wouldn't need a Virginia Tech game as an excuse to go. You would go.
I mean, I've been there like Boston 6 times for non-Virginia Tech games in the last 3 years. I went for a Kelsey
Show me
Ballerini
the receipts.
I went to a Kelsey Ballerini concert. I went
guess that's
to
true.
a Red Sox game.
I thought my take was going to hold up better.
I went to a Noah Khan concert. I mean, yeah, I've definitely been there. I've definitely been there 6 times.
Then this should be low. Then this should be so low on your list because you don't go to Boston to watch Virginia Tech play. You go to Boston to Boston. Okay,
you're right. You're right. It would almost be a distraction.
You should not have a trip to the aluminum center of the world, Alumni Stadium. You should not have a trip to a BC football game. Interrupt such a great opportunity to enjoy Boston.
I think you're right. I think that's a good take.
Respectful.
I think I need to focus on my I need to focus on my clam chowder. Need to focus on my oysters. Need to focus on my Sam Adams, and focus less on Sam Seifkes. With that said, guys, we're gonna get better. We're shaking off the holiday rust. I hope everybody had a great New Year.
I was a little grinchy today. I ain't gonna lie.
You were a little grinchy. I was a little rusty. I mean, it's been a little while. We're on this new platform. I promise it's gonna get better. I'm probably gonna spend the next hour and 10 minutes trying to figure out how to edit in here. But looking forward to another year. We do ask you, please subscribe. Please like. It does help us. And hope to see you in Blacksburg for the Notre Dame game. Let us know if you're headed down there. And Pat, any final words?
Gonna sign off saying thank you guys to the folks who take us seriously and the folks who come here for the Sons of Saturday content that is authentic and fun. We appreciate you making it through the off season with us for football, and we got hoops on Wednesday. Let's go.
We have hoops on
Cal?
Wednesday. Stanford.
No, Cal's
Stanford,
Saturday. Dude, I mean, this is crazy. Stanford at home on Wednesday, and then we go out to Cal Saturday. It's crazy talk. Beat the Cardinal. Beat the Bears. Billy, I hope you get into a little bit of a scuffle with some of the Calgrim. I don't know how they do it for basketball, but
no, I'm good with them, dude. I'm almost like I'm like Chewbacca in Star Wars. Like I don't speak. I'm obviously not one of them, but I get along. I get along great with Han Solo and everybody else.
What a way to be.
That's a pod.
Respect.
We'll talk to you guys soon. Go Hokies. Go 2026. Keep striving toward your goals.